This by far was one of the best horror films I've ever seen in my life. This by far was one of the best horror films I've ever seen in my life. Scream 4 was without a doubt the best. Hello?
This is John from the Flickpick channel.
Is this Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, it sure isn't Scream 4 because this one sucks more than Part 2 and 3 combined. That's right, I hated this movie. If you haven't seen the movie and you don't want me to spoil it for you, you guys might want to leave now because I'm going to rip this movie's asshole open and I'm going to spit in it. That wasn't necessary, was it? I'm just going to tear this movie apart, let's put it that way. So I guess the title's right. Scream is what I wanted to do when I was watching this movie. Well, first of all, let me say this. The first 5 minutes of the movie, okay, it was a little bit interesting. It kept starting and ending and you didn't know which one was what. And after that, the movie went straight downhill. It felt like a cliche of a cliche of a cliche. I mean, it felt like they were just like spoofing the movies that they did before, and it never felt like I was really into it. Everything was taking me out of the movie. I mean, you had David Arquette, who just was more obnoxious and retarded than he's ever been, and then you had Courtney Cox. By the way, that's one Cox I'd suck. Did I go too far there? Her lady, she's kind of getting a little droopy looking, but I find it really attractive. Gil Weathers at her best. And then you had Neve Campbell, who, I don't know if it's me, or did she just get a little bit wider over the years? It started the original cast, and then it had Emma Roberts, it had Rory Culkin, Roy. Close enough. Macaulay Culkin's brother. That's the most he's ever going to be known for. And Deputy Judy Hicks, played by Marley Shelton, which, what the fuck was happening with that character? And then it had a few other new people in there. And they all die anyway, so who cares? And the big mystery of the movie was, who is Ghostface going to be? Who are the killers? What's their purpose? What's the point? What's the plot? The killers in the movie were Emma Roberts and Rory Culkin. And the reason Emma Roberts was the killer and she was going around killing everyone because she wanted the 15 minutes of fame like her cousin Sydney had. She wanted the popularity. She wanted to be known for something. So she figured if she ran around and killed all these people, that and she was the only survivor, that she would get all this publicity. And then the other killer was Rory Culkin, who was just doing it because he was a nerd and he was into movies. And then the other thing was, during the movie, they try to make it almost obnoxiously clear that some other people were the killers. You know, and by that point you're like, no, we know for a fact he's not the killer because you guys just told us halfway through the movie that he is. Well, okay, so we have the two killers here, and let's just get this straight. I'm okay with bending the rules of reality to a certain extent, but the rules have already been set in previous movies. So you gotta kind of stick with them. And this movie, it didn't feel like a real movie. It felt like they were just slapping a whole bunch of shit together, taking a little bit from each movie, and trying to capture the spirit, which they can never capture again because it's lost. Don't get me wrong, I love the first Scream movie. Great, original. I loved how they made fun of horror films, and but the second and third one were just, you know, I don't even remember what happened in them. And I think that's a good thing. Emma Roberts is the killer. Okay, so Emma Roberts, this 105-pound girl who wants her 15 minutes of fame, who, by the way, isn't Sydney's family fucked up, by the way? I mean, this girl has the worst luck. I mean, her mother gets murdered, her boyfriend wants to kill everyone. I'm talking about the first movie here. And now her cousin wants to kill everyone. I think there's something wrong with the fucking gene pool here. And by the way, what happened to her dad? Did he die at some point? Oh well, who cares? So Emma Roberts, okay, you weigh 105 pounds, and you're the one, you can never be sure which killer was doing what, but let's just say this. At some points in the movie, Ghostface is actually breaking down doors, manhandling people, obviously overpowering them, and killing them. And I hate to say, even if Emma Roberts wasn't doing any of this, and Roy Culkin was, which he weighs 105 pounds too, and he's also slightly pale. And I think the whole Culkin family has a vitamin deficiency, but that's another story. You're having me believe that he was doing all this killing? I mean, I can barely break down a fucking door. How did he do it? I mean, and he's running around doing all this crazy shit. I mean, I just don't see how he was pulling it off. The guy was a piss stain. And if you actually look and if you go back in the movie and you compare the size of Ghostface and some of the scenes with other actors, Ghostface is actually, he's not a small person. Like, Emma Roberts and Roy Culkin are. So I hate to say it, but that it didn't match up for me. I don't know why. And then you have the ending, which, okay, I could have been okay with the movie. You know, honestly, with all due aside, the ending of the movie is what killed it all for me. Haha, I said kill, get it? God, I'm an ass today. So you have the ending of the movie. Emma Roberts kills Roy Culkin. Am I saying his name right? Once again, who cares? So she ends up killing everyone. Sydney's on the floor. She was stabbed in the stomach. And Emma Roberts is the only one left alive because she kills her partner in crime by saying, "Oh, you're just going to stab me in the shoulder," and then she just stabs him over and over and kills him. So she's the only one left alive, and then she ends up beating her own ass. She stabs herself, she punches herself, she scratches herself, and then for no reason she throws herself through a glass table. Well, what did it do? Give you 3 scratches on the back of you? I mean, it really wasn't necessary to throw yourself through the glass table. At the end of the movie, she kind of gets away with it. She's happy, you know, she feels really good. She's getting her 15 minutes of fame. She's probably going to get a book deal by Gil Weathers. Oh gosh. As Dewey's visiting Emma Roberts in the emergency room, and he mentions that Sydney's still alive, that she's in the intensive care unit and the stab wound didn't kill her. She's still stringing to life. She's barely alive. So Emma Roberts, you know, is like, what the hell? She's thinking to herself, wow, I didn't get away with that. I have to go kill Sydney now. So Dewey goes back to visit Gil in another emergency room or whatever. She's recovering from a few scratches she got. Maybe she got stabbed. Once again, I'm discombobulated. I seen the movie a week ago, so I'm a little hazy on the details. So Dewey, it clicks in his mind that, hey, maybe Emma Roberts is the killer. So he runs back to Sydney's room and he sees Emma Roberts there about to kill Sydney, which by the way, when Emma goes to kill Sydney, in a big fight with Emma Roberts, like, I thought this girl was in intensive care unit. I thought she was almost in a coma state. But she just jumps up, starts talking, she's fine. She acts like, she has a sprained ankle or something. And that threw me out of the movie once again. So here we have it, this cliched ending that is just dragging on and on, kind of like this video here. And Emma Roberts now takes Sydney hostage, and David Arquette, we'll call him Dewey for the time being, has a gun on both of them, and it's just like, what the fuck is happening? Can't the goddamn bad guy ever just get away with it? They get in a big brawl in this emergency room, and long story short, Sydney takes defibrillators from the ER room and shocks Emma Roberts in the head, killing her. And yay, Sydney lives again. You know, and personally, I think they fucking killed themselves with the ending here. I mean, if you wanted to make a Scream 5 and make it interesting and have people actually care about what was going to happen in it, you should have left Scream 4 on a high note. The killer gets away with the crime, and then you don't know what's happening. And it would have been a cool take, because now you have this victim who's also the killer. That would have been a great approach for Scream 5, but nope, they went and ruined it, and Emma Roberts, she dies, Sydney lives again. Now we're just going to have some other fucking random killer jump into the mix in Scream 5 if they ever make one, which I hope they don't. The movie almost cliched itself. It took me out of the movie. Every character was just being over the top the whole movie. I mean, they just had no humanity to them. They were making fun of their past characters that they played in other Scream movies. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys probably like Scream 4, and that's fine, but just factor in what I said today. Just think about it for 1 second and think, wow, maybe the movie wasn't that good. And if not, let me know what you guys thought below. Tell me your thoughts on the movie. Anyway, guys, this is John with the Flick Pick channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.